sizzle in the car. B sizzle in the car. B sizzle in the car.
Yo.
Long day. All right, let's go.
Hey, and it's Anita's, my feet in the sand. I met a fan and he said you the man. That made me feel like I'm inside God's plan. 'Cause all of this music is for the big man. I think revival is about to break through. Jesus is working, just watch what he do. He's snatching chains and he's taking the youth. I feel his presence right here in this room. Makes me lie down in green pastures, even with all the disasters. I'm laying in the sunshine, yeah, letting my body unwind. My head is filled with truth, praising God, that's the way I spend my youth. Jesus' way, that's the only way to move. If the clouds come, you know what to do. Let the sun shine through.
Like reflecting on where you've been. So good.
Walking by faith and you know that's on sight. It's by his power, not by my own might. This world is dark, so we keeping it light. If you say you think you're probably right. I think revival is about to break through. Jesus is working, just watch what he do. He's snatching chains and he's taking the youth. I feel his presence right here.
Jay Gatsby podcast. Zooming on Levi.
Makes me lie down in green pastures.
Hey, cue the podcast.
Cue the podcast. 3, 2, 1.
On September 1st, 1922, Jay Gatsby was found slaughtered in his private residence. The police quickly found the suspect and George Wilson, who after committing the crime turned the gun on himself. The police are still investigating the possible motives for his actions, but in reality, this case goes much deeper than we could have ever imagined. This leads us to the central question: who is really responsible for the downfall of Gatsby?
With that, we're gonna head to commercial.
And this here is the Rolls Royce Circus Wagon, a fast, efficient, groundbreaking, futuristic automobile. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than this.
Rolls Royce Circus Wagon, stops for nobody.
All right, so I mean, me personally, I feel like Gatsby's responsible for his own downfall. You know, like, just as you go about the events of the book, like it's pretty clear that Gatsby it led to his own downfall.
No, I see that, but I'm looking at Daisy here.
Really?
Really, like if you look at all this stuff, you know, just everything she did. You know, she killed Myrtle, and then
This book, section 1, chapters 1 through 3. You see, everything's kind of introduced itself. We find all the characters. And, like early on, I thought Jordan was gonna be.
Me too. I was at one point.
You know, like based on chapters 2 and 3, like I predicted that Jordan was responsible for Gatsby's downfall.
The way she was going about her way, to get Nick to go to this place.
Based on chapters 2 and 3, I predicted that Jordan was responsible for Gatsby's downfall because she's like out of the party, she gained his trust. Like, you know, in chapter 3, we could see at the party that Gatsby was like telling her, he was like telling her a secret and stuff. Like he was giving her all this information. She gains trust, and like this shows that she could be responsible for Gatsby's downfall because she got close to him, she gained all the information, and then she could backstab. But this here, right here, leads us to our first flashback. Our flashback where Nick was invited by Gatsby to Gatsby's party,
right, yeah.
and he goes there with Jordan. So where's this Gatsby guy?
I mean, he just kind of.
I'm Mr. Gatsby.
Oh, Mr. Gatsby, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm your neighbor, Nick Carolite, right?
Oh yeah, you got my name.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. I love Gatsby clothes. That's great. Pretty much in summary, what happens in chapters 4 through 6, Gatsby takes Nick to a lunch to gain his trust and asks him through Jordan, because like Jordan has all the connections and stuff, to invite Daisy to a tea. Daisy comes over for some tea, and you know Gatsby's real nervous. He got nerves are at all time high. After that, things simmer down, and he takes her on the tour of his house. One thing that I do want to say is like Gatsby and like Daisy's relationship is not really authentic. It's kind of like it's built on lies and exaggerations. Like in the story, Gatsby claims like he knows all the interesting people. That's not the case. In reality, the house is filled with people he doesn't know, and inside he's empty. You know, like in these parties. And stuff.
I feel like this moment right here is like the moment that's like really like starting to lead to the domino effect towards his downfall. So that, we're just gonna go right to the flashback of when Daisy comes to tea and she meets Gatsby again. And it's so nice. Gatsby,
Daisy, is that you?
it's been 5 years. Where have you been?
Oh, I have some tea for you. Daisy. Sit down, please.
Thank you. It's been so long.
Chapter 7 through 8, we realize Gatsby's primarily the reason for his downfall because in the text, he says, can't repeat the past. Why, of course you can. You know what I'm saying? Why, of course you can.
He did say that.
He's so confident that he can repeat the past that, again, like I said before, at least with his downfall. You know what I'm saying? He's so ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't see the big picture, but only the dream inside his head. Furthermore, this evidence really implies and emphasizes the idea that Gatsby let Daisy back into his life. In fact, he pursued her. You know what I'm saying? Going all this way, having these parties, bootlegging. You know what I'm saying? Just faking the life. You know what I'm saying? All these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these things. You know what I'm saying? In the end, Gatsby is primarily responsible for his downfall because he is the one who let the bull, which is Daisy, catch fire, leading to his unfortunate death. Flashback to the death of Gatsby.
Good, good. You're doing great, good. Alright, how you walk?
In conclusion, like as we've talked about, I think we believe that Gatsby was the one. It was his fault that he died. It led to his own downfall. Just because of his obsession with Daisy and getting her back. He made these drastic decisions and actions that led him in a bad place and then eventually led to his downfall.
Yeah, just the people who are watching this, this is more than just a death, you know what I'm saying?
So it's a thing.
It's a lesson. It's a lesson, you know? You have to understand, like, yeah, sometimes you may love something so much, like, obsessively, but at the end of the day, you have to realize, like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put yourself first. Like, Gatsby didn't do that, you know?
You gotta make
his dream was just Daisy. And it led to him die.
Alright, pleasure doing the podcast with y'all, and we'll see y'all for the next episode.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No! Oh, I said that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, that's that.
Hey, Chad, got a ring. Oh, boy. Oh, chill. What's your boxing name?
The killer.
Oh, killer. Let's see. Oh.
Get in there. Oh, who are you?